Thank you. We'll check back in with him throughout the evening time. First, left-wing bigotry, anti-Semitism running rampant on university campuses around the world, London, Australia. What's happening? Chanting in Australia, about gas chambers and, for Jewish people. What is happening on our college campuses? What is happening among the Democratic Party? Some Harvard students now are scrambling to finally rescind their support of their vile letter, actually blaming the victim, Israel, for the brutal Hamas terror attacks. Not everyone disagrees with them. 2024 presidential candidate, former Harvard professor Cornel West said the students were largely right, but they lack nuance. He joins us now with reaction, along with attorney, also Harvard professor Alan Dershowitz is with us. Thank you both for being with us. You always call me Brother Sean. I call you Brother Cornel. I'm not that happy with you tonight.
I understand. We could talk about why we...
Because we have 31 groups from Harvard. Harvard's supposed to be, I always thought, the top of the top. To get into Harvard, what an accomplishment, what an achievement, what academic excellence you must show, a cut above everyone else. And 31 student groups blaming Israel, blaming the victim. And your answer to this is they are largely right? Hamas that murdered children? Hamas that murdered innocent people?
Read the rest of what I said, though, brother.
Okay.
Read the rest of what I said.
They are largely right, but lacking nuance.
No, I didn't say lack nuance. That's the title of the piece.
Okay.
My actual words were, I'll just be very honest.
I got it here in front of me.
The words too. The words were that Israel's policies of war crimes and collective punishment against Palestinians
I'll read it to you. Israel and the United States are primarily
responsibility
responsible
for killing innocent people. Anybody who kills innocent people are engaging in barbaric acts.
You said
no matter
Israel,
who they are,
hang on,
what color, what nation, and so forth.
Israel and the United States are primarily
And the United States has supported and enabled.
You explain to this audience. I want you to explain. How is Israel and the United States responsible for beheading 40 children? How?
I'm talking about the context. 545 Palestinian children died in August 2004. Not one American said a word. I believe a Palestinian baby has the same value as an Israeli baby. So when you have that kind of vicious hatred and revenge, you get response of hatred and revenge. They are all wrong. They're all war crimes. They're all to be condemned. But you cannot simply look at this particular moment without the larger backdrop of an ugly occupation and the ugly attacks chronically against Palestinians.
Those are not your words. Largely right. Israel and the United States are primarily responsible for this attack. Professor Dershowitz.
Well, I complained when Palestinian children were killed, but I explained why they were killed. Here is one of the leaders of Hamas. For the Palestinian people, death has become an industry. The elderly excel at this, and so do the children. This is why we have formed human shields of the women and the children. Hamas is the ones responsible for the killing of Palestinian children. Also, Hamas has a term. It's called the CNN strategy. And the CNN strategy is induce Israel into killing Palestinian children by using them as human shields. Then parade the bodies out on CNN, and you'll see what happens. People like Cornel West will engage in crocodile tears, blame it on Israel, when the entire blame is on the Palestinians, Hamas, for using their children as human shields, and then using their children as shields to permit the killing of Israeli children.
Don't accuse me.
What is Hamas's charter?
I have the same outrage when Palestinian babies are killed, when Jewish babies or Israeli babies. I want you to have the same indignation when Palestinians are killed.
Not when they're killed. Not when they're killed by Palestinians. You can't make a moral comparison. When Nazi kids were killed in the bombings of Dresden, I didn't have the same comparison when Jewish kids were put in gas chambers and crematoriums. You're a professor of theology. Don't you understand the moral difference between deliberately murdering a kid and having collateral damage because there are human shields. You're running for president of the United States. What would you do?
Wait,
Let me tell you. Let me ask the question. Let me ask the question.
Okay.
What would you do if terrorists were firing at American children in America and the terrorists were hiding behind Palestinian children? Would you allow the killing of Americans to continue, or would you go and get the terrorists, even if it meant possibly collateral damage on Palestinians? What would you do?
I'll tell you exactly what I would do. First, truth and morality tend to be two casualties in any context of war. I would want to tell the American people the truth. I would tell them what the context is, how we found ourselves in this situation. I would not jump for a military invasion and a genocidal attack on a
genocidal attack
on Gaza.
No, it's not a genocidal
where are they supposed to go?
When you're
where are they
killing
supposed to
terrorists.
go? This is like Warsaw, 1943. Where do they go?
Where do they go?
Yes.
Let me tell you where they go. They go to the UN. UN is keeping
from Gaza to Geneva?
They go to no. The UN has places in Gaza. They go to the Rafah crossing.
11 UN people have been killed in the last few days.
They go to Egypt. They go.
Egypt, how they
wait
can't
a minute.
get out.
Let
Come
me
on,
make
brother.
another thing clear. Gaza City is very dense. But
Absolutely.
Gaza itself, the Gaza Strip, there's lots of room. The Israelis have said, get out of Gaza City. Go to Rafah. Go to Khan Yunis, go to other places. And you know what Hamas is saying?
With no water, no food, no electricity.
You know what
all
Hamas
in the
is
dark?
saying? Hamas is saying, don't go.
Oh, I'm not here to defend Hamas.
Well, you are here.
No, I'm not defending Hamas.
Wait a minute.
Don't you ever lie on me like that, brother. I'm defending the suffering of Palestinians.
I want to hear
and Hamas itself committing war crimes.
I want to hear you say.
Anybody who commits war crimes are barbaric. I'm saying that explicitly, but I want you to say if the Israeli Defense Forces are killing children, are they barbaric too?
No.
Are they ever barbaric?
No. If they target children.
Yes. Have they ever targeted children?
No, absolutely.
Never
In the history
78 years.
have they ever targeted a child
you got to get off
deliberately.
the crack pipe, man, please.
No, they have never targeted a child.
You don't think they killed one innocent person?
Not purposely.
Since 1948?
No, not
Are they
purposely.
that pure? Are they that
You don't have to be very pure not to kill a child. Not to kill a child.
Let me
kill 550 in 50 days.
Because they're being used as human shields.
Let me show something we showed on this program last night. What I'm about to show this audience, these are cartoons that air in Gaza for young children that are taught to hate the Jewish people. You know, just watch this for a second, and I'll have you both comment. Watch that.
لأنه اليهود أطفالهم بعلموهم على الشراسة والدمار والقتل والطخ.
تقذف بيدها الصغيرة وجوه الدمار الحقيرة رآها العدو كره طفولتها كره بطولتها صوب البندقية وأطلق الرصاصة.
Professor West, if you brainwash and indoctrinate young children, that you're teaching them to hate from that young age. Not good.
No.
Here's the problem.
Any kind of inculcation of hatred is immoral and wrong.
Here's the problem I have with your
brothers
piece.
And others. If there's any hatred of anybody, including Palestinians,
would you condemn Black Lives Matter Chicago for justifying the Hamas murder by using these little airplane things and coming down on the music event?
But I would certainly condemn it.
You condemn Black Lives Matter.
I would condemn anybody.
Okay.
It's not a matter of
I'm glad to hear you.
This is morality and spirituality.
Okay, so you condemn Black Lives Matter.
Part of our challenge, though, and this is important just as a leader, you see, he asked me what I would do. I would say we've got to end occupation. We got to make sure that Palestinians have the same dignity, the same rights as Israelis.
Let me ask you a question.
That's at the center. That's at the core.
You know I support that. You know I support the two-state solution. But Hamas doesn't support the two-state solution. Hamas opposes
Professor West, I want to ask this question. Would Gaza be facing annihilation if Hamas did not attack and kill all these innocent Israelis?
Of course not.
Gaza has been facing
You're not answering.
Chronic
Would they be
process
facing
of
imminent annihilation
since 2000?
Would they be facing imminent annihilation?
2000 and what?
Since 2006 and 7, and Gaza was taken over by Hamas. I'm not
And they
pro-Hamas. I'm pro-democracy, but I'm concerned about the suffering of Palestinians.
Israel didn't fire a single rocket until Hamas fired 5,000 rockets.
Israel controls the land, the air,
only after Hamas
the
took
food
over.
going in, the trade coming in, and so. But it was already under occupation since
It was never.
1967.
No. The occupation ended in 2005. Learn your history.
Oh.
Sharon left. Every American, every Israeli settler, every Israeli soldier left. In 2006, it was like Singapore. It could have been the nicest place in the Mediterranean. Then Hamas overthrew them.
New York would be under occupation if another country owned its air, its space,
It didn't
its food
own
going
it
in, its
between
trade.
2006 and 2008.
Let's be
Only
honest
after
about it.
Hamas
let
took
me
over.
let me end with this.
Yeah.
Here's a sad fact. This debate could not be held on Harvard's campus today.
That's
correct?
right. That's right. I
Well,
would not be
depends on
allowed
which
to
part of the
speak at
campus you're
Harvard.
talking about.
I am offering to go up to Harvard.
Harvard's got enough problems.
I am offering to go up to Harvard and
Let's do it.
And
Well, let's
I will
go.
moderate it.
We've debated before on many
And I don't
occasions. We
think
can go to
Harvard will let Professor Dershowitz or Professor Brother Hannity on campus
Well,
to
you
do
could
it.
go with me.
We'll all go and have a
You can
public
go
debate.
with me.
And then
I'll be
Tell
there.
you that. But the truth is going to be difficult.
Would you all like to see that in this audience?
Absolutely.
I will bring our audience with us. Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.